Welcome to Extra Time, my second live show here on this channel. Well, today is the day our boys were back in training, and it's been a hot one, just like the archive footage in our countdown. For those of you who are trying to guess the year and the location, it was guessed correctly by the president of the Maltese Supporters Club because it was Malta in the year 2000. Some of that footage is featured in my film The Religion, 60 Years of Loyal Support. Later in the show, there's a chance to win a free pass to watch the film on Vimeo on demand. In fact, I'm giving away three free passes to help promote a fundraiser by the Duncan Edwards Foundation. Rose Cook-Monk, founder of the foundation, is a special guest with some news about her play about Duncan, Keeping the Dream Alive. Cut to the next camera. There you go. Okay, coming up first, the world's newest Manchester United supporters club. At least that's what I've been told. If you've got a newer club, let me know about it. It's a little bit dark in here, but it's so hot, and I've got to have the windows closed because it's noisy outside. You know, the world's going back to normal when the traffic wardens are out and about, and I managed to avoid one, but one of my neighbours got a parking ticket this afternoon, so the world's getting back to normal in one shape or form. Anyway, let's hear from my good friend Martin Moosbrugger. Today is Martin's 15th wedding anniversary. Congratulations to Martin and Christine. You guys should be celebrating, but Martin did tell me they'll both be watching the show, and I've seen Martin already because he's been making comments. Wow. Okay, let's cut to, let's QVT.
Hi, my name is Martin Moosbrugger from the Manchester United Supporters Club Austria. Many people ask me why this club. I've had a United bar in my home for a long time, in which we always watch the games. Many friends and my wife say to me, start a club, do it. And especially inspired from the Murphy family and Maltese fan club, I said, okay, start. In December 2019 was the beginning of the Manchester United Supporters Club Austria. When I die and I'm laid to rest, I'm gonna go to Paris with Georgie Best. Georgie Best! Going on up to the Swiss side. Where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die. When I die. I have the best team that you can have, and I'm really looking forward to the next years with these great guys.
Congratulations, Austria. Our big red family is truly global, not like that other small club in Manchester that plays in blue. Anyway, I keep saying, please send me your selfie video so I can get you on the show. This program is all about you, the fans. It's a showcase for you. You can tell me what your favorite player is and why. I'm very interested in why, what your favorite memory is. And this week I got a special video and some stills in from one of our supporters, one of our fans who watched the first show, a good friend of mine as well. And just going to show you the VT if I can find it. Here we go. This is a special fan and a new feature featuring Jean and Brian.
My memory of Old Trafford and Manchester United was when Brian and I went in the early 70s. In fact, I think it was 1970. He took me to Old Trafford and he made me wait in the concourse. We had a beef tea. And then as the crowds arrived, he then took me up the steps to the pitch. We were in the cantilever stand at the time and I couldn't speak. It was so emotional. When we started working at Malta in 2012, I went up the steps on the ramp near the ability suite and I got that real same feeling as I got that very first time. And every time I go to Old Trafford, I get that same emotion. It never changes, it's always there. It's just an absolutely amazing feeling and I absolutely love it.
Okay, got to say at this point, what a fantastic show by Alan Keegan at 8 o'clock. Really in awe of Alan. He's been doing a fantastic job over the last few weeks, and how emotional to see Steve Donahue on the show and to hear him talk about his experiences. What a fantastic guy he is, and what a fantastic story that is. I really enjoyed watching that. I had to miss the last few minutes of the show so I can get ready for mine. But anyway, you might remember last week I asked people to send in their videos, and this week a special tribute to the Neil family. A lot of you will know the famous Alex Neil and his father John. Well, special thanks to John because he's done a nice little job on sending me a couple of videos here on this next VT.
United have been spoilt by great players over the years, especially wearing number 7, George Best, David Beckham, Eric Cantona, Cristiano Ronaldo. But for me, it has to be Brian Robson. What an absolute warrior, legend of the club. He is my favourite player.
Hi, my name is Alex. My favourite player is Ryan Giggs. I'm sitting on the 72 appearance for United. Not the greatest player in the Premier League. And what about that semi-goal in that young Giggs?
Sensational goal from Ryan Giggs.
Little Alex Neil, don't you just love him? Okay, don't forget to send in your videos. I want to know who your favourite player is and why. The story is the why. That's what I'm really interested in. Anyway, Ryan Giggs there, one of the players that a lot of people will be choosing as their favourite player. Really depends on what your age is, I guess. Now, with Project Restart underway, it looks like we're going to see Liverpool crowned champions. I don't know what you think about that one, but just in case you're a little bit upset, I want to try and cheer you up and put it into perspective. And here's a little video. It's taken from one of my videos on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Man United, the religion. It's a little clip that I've clipped out of it. And this is especially dedicated to all any Liverpool fans who might be watching. Well, Liverpool have spent the last 30 years trying to win one league title. Giggs won 13 Premier League titles of his own, along with 4 FA Cups, 3 League Cups, 2 Champions League trophies, a FIFA Club World Cup, a UEFA Super Cup and 9 Community Shields. He also scored in the first 21 seasons the Premier League was staged, and in season 22 ended up as caretaker player manager. Fantastic. This coming weekend, of course, should have been the FA Cup final, and I for one fancied our chances of winning the FA Cup, and who knows, it might still happen. We're in the quarterfinals against Norwich, and it's 30 years ago since my good friend Lee Martin scored the winning goal in that FA Cup final replay against Crystal Palace. I was there with my young son. It was the one of the first matches I took him to. And well, the rest was history. We've won a lot of trophies since, of course. And hopefully we'll soon be getting back to winning silverware again and bringing it back to Old Trafford. Anyway, another player that a lot of guys have been nominating as their favourite player is Eric. You'll all remember that 25 years ago, he was made famous. Well, he made himself famous with the Kung Fu kick. he did say in an interview not so long ago, he did say that it was one of his highlights in his career. I'm not sure about that, but you can never write off Eric Cantona for saying something interesting. Well, I was at the football writers' dinner, 1996. It was when he made his triumphant comeback. He not only did he come back, he was voted Player of the Year, and I was there at the Player of the Year awards. And here was a little video that we filmed on the night with another classic Cantona quote.
Eric Cantona more than satisfies the criteria laid down in making the award. It gives me the greatest pleasure to present him with the 1996 Footballer of the Year award.
Pray silence, please, for Mr. Eric Cantona.
Some critics mean nothing, so I threw them where they deserve to be thrown. Toilets, for instance.
2 days later, Eric scored the goal that beat Liverpool in the FA Cup final, as United became the first English club to win a second League and Cup double.
It has been a long year, but what a beautiful adventure.
Oh, where's that come from? That shouldn't be there. How do we get rid of that? I've pressed the wrong button. Let's get back to where are we going to be? Okay. Sorry about that. I pressed the wrong button. That was, of course, that was Steve Donoghue, and you saw the video on the Alan Keegan show. So I'm not going to show that again. Oh, let's have a look. How do I get rid of that? Okay. Yeah, that was Eric Cantona, and I don't like calling him the king because for me there was only one king, and I was brought up watching Dennis Law along with Georgie Best and Bobby Charlton. I did promise last week I was going to mention the street sport charity for my good friend David Sutty, and I noticed that a couple of days ago the street sports charity won yet another award. And I'm going to read this off the screen because I did have a little insert, but I'm not sure what happened to it. I'm going to try and do a feature again next week, but I did have a still that I was going to show, and I'm not too sure where it is. But okay. So the Street Sport charity was honoured for their Streetwise campaign. This latest recognition coming from the National Street Games Awards. Street Sport recognised for their efforts in combating mental health issues. And that really is a good award to win, especially at the moment when mental health is going to be an issue. I know there's 8 million people that live on their own in the UK. I'm one of those guys, and it is hard when you're on your own all the time. Okay, what's next? Okay, yes, my star guest, Rose Cook-Monk, not only the founder of the Duncan Edwards Foundation, she's also written a play about Duncan called Keeping the Dream Alive. There's a little bit of video I want to show you from the launch. We'll be finding out a little bit more news from Rose in a moment, but first, here's a short scene I filmed at the launch of the play in the Mayor's Parlour a few months ago. Tracy Smith is playing the role of Sarah Edwards, Duncan's mother. Let's find the right bit of VT this time.
Duncan! Duncan Edwards! I ain't telling you again about kicking that ball with your school shoes on. Always a kicking summit. You know we could kick a ball before we could walk. Oh yes. I'd put the reins on him, and our Gladstone had put the ball in front on him and he'd kick it. Yes. Always loved football as our Dunk. And if he don't have a ball, he'd kick anything. We'd never got any paper in our lavvy, you know. He used to get it and he used to make it really tight, wrap it tight in a ball. And he'd be kicking that around. It makes me laugh. He'd say, "Mother, where's my football?" And then you'd hear our Glad shout from the lavvy, "It's in here with me!" Then, on the way to school, he'll kick a brick or a bottle, anything. He's never got any toes in his shoes. No, never. I'll go up to Cook's at the top of High Street, and they say, "Mrs. Edwards, you ain't buying some more shoes again, am ya?" Well, he grows out of them quick enough. Yes. Head and shoulders above all the other lads is my boy.
And joining me now is Rose Cook-Monk, the creator of Keeping the Dream Alive. How are you, Rose?
Hi, John. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, but I was just looking at the diary and realising that this was the week when we should have been watching your play.
Yes, opening night should have been last night. So, of course, it was yesterday. I just wondered what we would be doing now. And this morning when I woke up, I thought, oh, gosh, I wonder what people would have thought. But it's just the way that it is. And we're safe, and that's the main thing. And we're following the guidelines. And we're going to show it next year now. So it's something to look forward to at the end of all this.
Absolutely. So you've managed to postpone it until next year. And tell me, have you got a date?
We have. I really wanted it to be February 21st because obviously that's the anniversary of when Duncan died, but it was a Sunday and not such a good day. So it's the 22nd. So it's just the day afterwards, and the anniversary of Munich will have already happened. And of course the anniversary of Harry Gregg's funeral too, so it'll be very, very poignant, I think.
The whole Duncan Edwards story, of course, is very sad, but what's extra sad for me is the fact there's no Duncan Edwards, well, very little Duncan Edwards footage that we can actually watch of him playing or behind the scenes, and your play is very much going to be bringing him to life for real.
It is, and it is very much about Duncan but it's about the aftermath of the crash and how it affected his family and his friends and the club and all the fans and of course all the babes are included in it because they have to be, of course. And it is very much dedicated to Jimmy Murphy. Jimmy really does come out as a hero in it all, as does Harry Gregg. And actually when Harry died, I wrote an extra scene and dedicated it to Harry. So I can't wait for you all to see it.
And I know you've got an amazing cast. We've already just seen Tracy Smith, who plays the role of Duncan's mother, Sarah. And later we're going to show a little clip of the daughter, Isabel, who's Molly Leach, or playing Molly Leach, Duncan's fiancée. Tell us about your cast.
The cast is incredible. I mean, Zach, who plays Duncan, is... As soon as he walked up the stairs when we did the auditions, I just knew that was the lad that I wanted for Duncan. He looks so much like the young Duncan did. They're incredible, and they've done their research and they've taken the story on board. They didn't really know the story about the Busby Babes, but they've taken it to heart and really, really put their heart and soul into it. And it's so touching and so real, you know, that it's... like I said, I just can't wait for you all to see it.
I'm looking forward to it enormously, and I'd like to say a personal thank you to you because not only have you written the play, you're also the founder of the Duncan Edwards Foundation. You do a lot for Duncan. I
do. It's I always describe him as the friend that I haven't met yet, and I kept a promise to his mum that I'd keep Duncan's name alive, and I've done that for 20 years, and I will keep doing it. He's part of our family. You know, my boys grew up knowing who Duncan was, and now my grandchildren are doing the same. Equally, as a foundation, we have to thank you too, because I'm thrilled to acknowledge the fact that you've joined us and you're one of our directors now, and you've already done so much for us. And I know that together and with the rest of the team that we've got, Duncan and the Babes are never going to be forgotten, and I really have to thank you for that.
And I thank you, Rose. It's a great honour to be involved and to be on your board. And I just want you to tell me about what you're doing on Friday.
Monday was the National Museums Week, and our museum that we have here in Dudley is my collection really of memorabilia that I've collected over the years that people have so kindly given us. And I wanted to be able to show people that haven't been to the museum yet just what we've got. We've got a couple of personal pieces that belong to Duncan, the coins that was in his pocket when the crash happened, and his Worcestershire schoolboy tie that I have, treasured possessions of mine, and how we've improved it since people that have been last visited. We've changed it a lot, and it's looking really good, and I'm really proud of it. And as we're all in lockdown and no one can come and visit, I just wanted to bring it to the fans to show them what we're doing.
And over the years, you've raised an awful lot of money for charity. And again, on Friday, you're going to raise some more money.
I am. This is really special to me and Andy, because We are raising money for Steve Donohue's NHS fund. As we all know, Steve is a huge part of the United family, and he's just come home from hospital. I shared the video of him the other day coming home. It was really emotional to see him. Steve's done a lot for our foundation as well, and has been a huge supporter. When we went over to Munich for the 60th anniversary, we went to the Bayern Munich stadium with him, and he was brilliant with us. So we wanted to give something back to Steve. So we've had commissioned a piece of artwork called Duncan in 1,000 Words, and we're asking people to donate £5 into Steve's daughter's pot of money that she'd already collected, and you can have your name included in this wonderful piece of artwork of Duncan, and it's dedicated to Steve Donohue.
That's amazing. I'd like to put my name forward to be on it as well, and I'll send you a donation. And another little thing, it's only a small thing, but I'm going to say to the first 3 people who share this video and also pledge to donate to your fund, they'll get a free pass to watch my latest film, The Religion.
That's great, and they're in for a treat as well. It's excellent. Every Manchester United fan should have that film of yours, so get buy-in, folks. It's wonderful.
That's very kind of you. As you know, the follow-up film is going to be featuring Duncan Edwards and Harry Gregg, and tribute also to Jimmy Murphy and the whole Busby scene, and what you guys do, and people like the MMF and the Association of Former Man United Players. It's going to be about, supporting and keeping the dream alive, but my title is We Will Never Die, and keeping the memory alive of these guys is very much what we're all trying to do.
Absolutely. They built the club to what it is today, I believe, and I know a lot of the Reds do too, so they can't be forgotten, and the likes of Jimmy Murphy and Harry Gregg can't be forgotten, and that's what we all do.
That's absolutely fantastic. And as I said, we're going to show now a clip from the launch when Isabel Smith, playing the role of Molly Leach, the fiancée of Duncan, made a very powerful little performance, and we're going to see that now. And I just want to say thank you, Rose, for joining me on the show and for all the work that you do, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you very much, John, and thank you for having me on. Thank you. Take care.
And here is that clip from Duncan's fiancée, Molly Leach, played by Isabel Smith.
I can't lose Duncan. I can't. I couldn't believe it when I heard the news. I left work, panicked. I ran straight from the tram stop, took off my shoes and ran. I'd seen the billboard. I think I stopped breathing when I ran into the kitchen and saw our mum sat there crying. That's when she said that Duncan was alive. He was injured, but he was okay. I flew out from Ringway Airport, the very place that we met. I was so alone and so frightened. Someone met me and took me straight to the hospital. Can't remember their name. Sarah and Gladstone were already there. Poor Sarah, she was beside herself. And then I saw him. My Duncan. My beautiful, handsome Duncan. Battered and bruised. He's so sad that the lads haven't come to see him. But we can't tell them. We can't. The doctors say it'd be too much for him. God, our friends, our wonderful friends, who we've shared our dreams with, our hopes, our lives with, they've gone. She was pregnant and Roger didn't even know. He's so kind, he's so handsome, and his accent. I love his accent. The lads take the mickey, but they're only teasing. He laughs with them. He's so proud of his accent. I love coming back to Dudley with him on the priory where he lives. Sarah makes us our dinners and he'll see the kids kicking the ball out in the street and he'll always have a kick about with them. He's great with them. And he's going to be such a lovely daddy.
Wow, makes me emotional every time I watch that. I noticed a few comments coming in from people who want to donate to the fund that Rose is raising money for, which is the National Health Service fund in memory, or not in memory of, in tribute to Steve Donoghue. You can find all the details on Duncan Edwards Foundation Facebook page. I'll also be putting details in the link when I get to share this, well, when I get to save this video after it's gone live, because it will be here for posterity. So contact the Duncan Edwards Foundation via the Facebook page, or contact me, or contact Rose Cook Monk if you know her, and we'll get it sorted. Okay. Wow, it's so hot in here. I don't know. I don't know how I've survived. It's probably about 140 degrees at the moment in this room because I had to shut all the doors and the windows to keep the noise out. And I don't think you could keep animals in these kind of conditions. But it doesn't seem to be going too badly. Anyway, just a few things I need to mention. Next week, fingers crossed, I'm going to have Gordon Hill on the show. Not sure if we'll do it live, probably do it recorded because Gordon's in America. I'm going to be doing some work with Gordon to promote his new soccer academy. Gordon's launching a search for the next Premier League stars. I mean, he's helping young kids to get on in the game at whatever level. He normally comes over every year with a group of young people. Last year, I spent a couple of days with him at Mottram Hall, where he set up a training camp. And he brought over a load of young kids from America, boys and girls. He took them to visit various clubs, including Carrington, places like Oldham, Macclesfield, all the sort of whole scope of places to give them a little bit of a football education and to give them some sort of insight into what it's like being a football player or trying to become a football player. Anyway, if you've got any questions for Gordon, send them to me. You can post them in the comments or send them to me privately or through the Facebook page, Man United The Religion, and we'll see what we can do. So I'm going slowly but surely on this show. It's only the second episode, and Alan Keegan has been making it look easy, but I know we all have a few technical problems from time to time, and it's very difficult because I'm directing the show, I'm producing it, and I'm hosting it. And if anything goes wrong, it's all down to me, so nobody else to blame. And I'm still waiting for some new kit to come in. At the moment, I'm actually, the camera I'm looking at is my mobile phone. It's an iPhone. And I've got my laptop here, which is controlling the running order. And on the big screen over there, I've got, I can see your comments coming in. I can't always reply to them straight away because I'm not an octopus, but I'm doing my best. Anyway, okay, so Gordon Hill next week, hopefully, fingers crossed. We've also got Molly, Brian Mulholland, hopefully next week. If not next week, it'll be the week after. But Molly's got an important story to tell us. He's got a campaign to try and get a stand named after Jimmy Murphy. Jimmy Murphy, who you heard Rose talk about there, who's obviously featured in the play, is also going to be a main part of the next film that I'm working on. Jimmy Murphy, without Jimmy Murphy, there wouldn't be a Manchester United. But I'll let Molly do the talking when he gets on the show, hopefully next week. I know Molly's bought a new laptop, so congratulations, Molly. We're all trying to get hold of this new world and get used to all this new technology. So hopefully we'll get to do a little conversation. That one that I did with Rose, by the way, that was recorded earlier in the day, and special thanks to Andy Monk because Andy filmed it on his mobile phone and sent me the coverage of Rose talking to me. So I could have done it from this end. I had a split screen, but over the internet the connection wasn't so good and it wasn't perfect. But really pleased with the footage that Andy sent me. It was fantastic, and he just filmed it on his phone, so it shows you what can be done. So please don't feel shy about sending me your video selfies. I'll always make sure I make them look as good as possible, cut out any bits of stuff that you don't want to be there, because obviously sometimes you start the recording, you're not quite ready. So I'll always clean it up and make it look nice and clean and put some graphics around it. So so we've got Molly, Gordon Hill. Also like to say happy birthday for tomorrow to Tony Eason. I'm not going to go into any details because Alan Keegan did a fabulous tribute to Tony, which is his birthday tomorrow. I can't believe you're 70 tomorrow, Tony. I've been watching, a lot of you might know, Tony Eason does Tony's Talking Tours, and he's on Facebook all the time. Every time I turn on Facebook, Tony's there. He's either live or he's just been live. So fantastic. He's doing a fabulous job, and hopefully it's the start of a new career. You never know. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. There's always a chance to do something new. And Tony, you're knocking it out the park, my friend. I'm going to go out in a minute. I'm not quite there, but I'm going to go out with a song that Tony sung with Steve Donahue, because we've mentioned Steve tonight. Obviously the fundraising and obviously the fabulous interview on Alan Keegan's show prior to this one. I'm not going to try and compete with that, because you can't get any better than listening to the man himself tell his story. But I think it's quite poignant to show his Malta Regs Calypso, which Alan did feature a few weeks ago, but some of you might not have seen it. It's been on my YouTube channel for a few months, so you can see it anytime you want on the youtube.com/Man United, the religion. I'm going to break up this program into bits and show you the best bits. All the comments that people make during the show, when I've got my hands free and I can look at the screen, I put them up on the screen live. So when I do the live replay on YouTube, will have the comments on, but when I do the edited best bits, that won't have the comments on. So you've got with or without, take your pick. So what else have we got to mention before I go? Yes, David Meek. A lot of you might not know, but David Meek would have been 90 at the weekend. One of my Facebook friends, Sue Trafford, who changed her name in the 90s to Trafford in tribute to Old Trafford, of course. She is a big fan of Manchester United, and she was a big fan of David Meek, the journalist, a fabulous Manchester United writer who followed the team around the world. And I did many interviews with him. I'm going to put some new clips up onto the YouTube channel in the next few days. So I didn't have time, and there's not enough room in the program to get everybody on, because where are we now? I think we're already, what time is it? Yes, we're in Fergie time. We've been going 32 minutes plus the 15 minutes of countdown. So yes, I'll do a little bit of a tribute to David Meek on the YouTube channel. And finally, just congratulations to Alan Keegan on another great show. And I'm doing my best to try and follow you. I've called it extra time in tribute to you, Alan, because I'm following your show, and hopefully when I get the hang of it, and the show will get even better, and probably do a few other little shows, not all called extra time, of course, but I'll be feeding new content onto the Man United, the religion YouTube channel, and the Facebook page as well. Okay, so I think that's about it from me. Hopefully I'll see you next week. Hopefully you'll see me as well. Hopefully I'll be here, God willing. But thank you for your support. It's absolutely fantastic. I know we had nearly 100 people watch live last week. Don't think we're quite up there this week, but we had 3,500 people watch the replay. So I'm absolutely thrilled with that. And hopefully you'll share the video with your friends, and you'll watch it again if there's any bits that you missed. Hopefully the reception has been good. Hopefully the sound has been good, and the internet connection has been good. So we're doing our best in these new times to make the new normal more interesting. And hopefully we'll keep bringing you interesting stories over the coming weeks. I've certainly got a lot of archive. I've been doing this for 30 years. I've got 5,000 tapes. I could pick any tape and pull off a little bit of a gem. But the thing I have to be careful on is copyright. I am only using content on this channel that I've either filmed or I own the rights in. I'm not going to be showing you any highlights that I haven't filmed, that I've taken straight from YouTube or anywhere else, because I have to be mindful of any strikes from YouTube and Facebook, because for me this is my full-time job, and I'm only making pennies on YouTube, but hopefully it will grow, and this for me is it's a calling card, and hopefully we'll be doing more of this in the future, not only for my own shows but for other clients and anybody who's interested in having a show. I don't have to present it, I can produce it, and you can maybe present it yourself. But anyway, that's a thought for another day. Okay, so hope I've not bored you. I can see there's still people watching, and thank you very much. Thank you again for watching. I'm just going to play out with the Malta Reds Calypso. It's actually an extended version of a scene from the film The Religion, 60 Years of Loyal Support, the film about the oldest Manchester United supporters club in the world. And I thank you, all you guys who are following me and have been watching this live show tonight. Thank you very much. And this one's dedicated to Dono.
I hope you've had a good day today. Basically, we've written a song about the Malta Reds, and my friend here is going to sing it to you. I'm going to try and join in.
And we're going to have to read it, because
we're going to have to read it.
We've only just learnt it.
I only wrote it the other day. This is for Sergio and all of you. I'll join in the chorus. Tony, is it all right there?
Now football is a pleasant game, played in the sun and it played in the rain. But there's a place that's in the sun where United is loved by everyone. It started back in '58 where the Busby Babes, they were truly great. The Malta Reds are united. The team that gets them excited is Manchester United. Oh, Malta Reds!
Malta Reds United.
A bunch of bouncing Malta Reds. Oh, Sir Joe, we got knighted. Whenever they're playing in your town, the Malta Reds will be in the ground. Whenever the Reds play near or far, the Malta Reds will be at the bar. Oh, Malta Reds, the Malta Reds United. A bunch of bouncing Malta Reds. Ah, Sir Joe, we got knighted. There is one thing that can be sure, after 60 years and for many more, the branch will always carry on. Wait a minute. That's for sure.
I was a little surprised for you.
Oh, lovely.
Today we've been toured around by our friend, and it's been debatable by us all whether he did a great job or not. But now today we have confirmed him, Steve Donahue, Manchester United cultural tour leader.
Thank you very much. All I can say is we're just ordinary Salford Reds and we like to try and help people where we can. You know, we don't ask for anything. When we have a reunion, it's all done for free. When we give the scarves away in Munich, it's all done for free. We don't ask for anything, we don't give anything. We just give our love and our support for our club. Thank you very much for today. I'm sorry it wasn't brilliant. Thank you.
Are you in Munich next year?
No, we're going back on Thursday.
I've got something special for you as well. I'll have to post. I'll do the sketch.
Cheers, Tony.
Could somebody possibly share it with us so I can show myself off?
Yeah. Tony Eason, no?
That's the one, yeah.
The Salford lad.
Thank you. Well known along this road.
Yeah.
I've been in the pub, I'm going back in there now.
Yeah, good. Can I take one with you, Tony?
Yeah. Yeah. Steve's asked me to do this. I go in that pub, I live on this road, I live around here. And I said, Steve, people know me around here. And I do it for a busk, I busk in the city centre or somewhere. I go busk, if it's charity I do it for, not for myself. But I do all of this. And I'm on this road where I live. Yeah. And people know me, I'm going to think, oh my God, what is he up to now?
See you next week, guys. Thanks a lot.